the tip of the HEPA file right before it turns into fucking regular shit.
Just the tip. No.
Well, look, yeah, no, look, this is the same person who's giving me a hard time for an 18, 19-year-old, so I mean, gotta take what you gotta take.
I've heard a lot on that situation. I don't understand
No, no,
it.
you commented on that in the video too.
Yeah, I do remember
Yeah, you
commenting
were
a
you
lot.
were very, very, very open minded, and I was like, I appreciate that. That's why I'm not headhunting. I don't
I
sit there and say,
remember saying that part, but I partially remember the part about Dark Edge.
yeah, I don't
Um,
say that there's any ERP. I don't know if there's any kind of intimacy.
it was mostly the fact that I wasn't entirely aware of the situation with Dark Edge. I actually don't think I know anything that happened there. So I
I've had to explain this, and I feel weird every time I retell the story. I'm like, I'm milking this for attention. No, like people legit thought that I went out to get Dark Edge.
I remember like hearing Vita be like, "Dark Edge is a pedo," and then he was kicked from the room, and I was like, "Wait, why did he get kicked? He was the only person who called me nice." He was like the only person who would ever be nice to me in the chat, and then he was gone. I'm like, "Oh no."
No, dude, you should have been there when fucking like we were talking to Mintheart, and I told, okay, now we're all gonna be professional, we're all gonna be adults,
That's what I commented on.
and then Skypaw comes in the call. You took Dark Edge away from us, you goddamn homewrecker.
I remember what I thought about the situation. It wasn't. I don't know what I say in the video, but from what I remember, it wasn't the fact that anything was done wrong. It seemed like they were literally out for him.
No, nobody hated
Literally
Dark
with the
Edge.
text where it's like,
Yeah, Sheldon and them
so,
gave him like a half hour, and he refused to talk to anybody. The only people Dark Edge talked to afterwards were like the girls he wasn't supposed to be talking to in the first place. Which I was like, okay, look, man, freaking the again the editor whose name wants to stay out of this is a really nice person. She's like, I'd hang out with Dark Edge if he just stopped doing what he's doing, and I'm like, I couldn't do that publicly. Like I like Dark, but come on, man.
so I have been leaked a little bit of info that it was a video. Are you just showing the audio, or
Yeah,
are you,
just the audio,
what?
just the audio.
Just the audio. I don't want people seeing my face. I'm ugly. So
Eh, I've seen worse.
fuck off.
Tell
Oh, you
tell
mean
tell
your
Bean tell
ex-girlfriend?
yeah, go tell Beans I said her. She'll have a breakdown.
What?
Tell her that she hit every branch on the dumb bitch tree on the way down. Oh god. I actually got artwork done for this.
I honestly, like, I remember defending those two cases. Thing about you and the thing about Dark Edge. I remember saying stuff about there being an age difference.
Yeah.
And I swear, like, for a guy who constantly reassured me, from what I remember, like, reassuring me saying, oh, it's okay, I just don't agree with you, but I enjoyed the conversation. And then to leak all this out, I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, what's wrong with you?
Oh Jesus Christ.
Like, literally, I was talking to my friend Waffles, who is the guy that was friends with him. And he literally on the phone when I was freaking out was like, yeah, I should have warned you not to trust him. And I'm like, wow, good
Oh,
job.
that's the weird. Yeah, when we were talking to Bernie Inspector, fucking fuck. Well, you know.
I already knew, don't worry.
Yeah, like, but the
It's a
whole.
little it's a little obvious.
No, I know, I knew. Like,
Everyone
I
at
again,
the
yeah,
table other than him
yeah,
was okay with this. Like
yeah.
he was the only one debating me.
Look, there are other fucking relationships in the room, which, by the way, Vita is like saving for a rainy day.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I think you could figure out which one, but I'm not gonna talk
Not
about it.
really.
Ask him about the real big fucking Brony relationship that he has sitting on like a shelf for a rainy day because he's been fucking with all three people in it.
I feel like eventually he's gonna try and go after Mike because I swear to God he does not like Mike.
You
I'm
say in the call
surprised
that
that
he left it alone.
what?
You said in the call he left it alone, which I'm actually, yeah, no, I'm bringing that up. The
Wait, that
Vita winked at
Vita
this.
left it alone?
Yeah, you say in the call, like, because originally, what's his face is like, I didn't get that part, and I listened through. I'm like, no, he did get that part.
What do I say exactly?
You say something along the lines that I told Vita and he's not doing anything with it.
Man, I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
the guy was like, "Hey, she thinks you know already." I was like, "Did you?" I'm like, "No, I had no fucking idea. I didn't. I every time I've talked to you, I never like pictured your age. Never crossed my mind. There was no reason to think about.
Someone-
Yeah, I usually.
I think the funniest accusation is someone while streaming with Mike once. When I was, I think, 16, someone thought I was 30. Like, how? Do I really sound 30?
So you guys started dating when you were 16.
No, 15.
Okay.
Yeah, I will give you some honesty. I don't know what Mike will do to combat it. I don't know if he'll deny it. I want to talk to him about that. He kind of does panic. Really.
No, I got it too. Like, look, again, I'm not coming out and saying, "Oh, this third-rate, blah, 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 terrible, shitty, horrible person." That's not in the video. When I talked to Magpie, literally right before you called me or I called you, I was like, "Oh shit." She saw the tweet. I'm about to get yelled at, and then I said to Magpie, "I'm like, hey, do you want to see me get screamed at?" And obviously, she's not going to. She didn't come along.
Honestly, it was giving me a lot of anxiety with the fact that you weren't posting anything about it, because I'm used to, like, right before you do a video.
I had no idea till like yesterday or whenever the fuck. Like I literally I was like, what's going on? If you saw every video I had on you, like the most I had on Bayfish is, once upon a time ago, 3 to 6 months ago, she was late. She gave the money back, but she was late. That was it. That's all I had. And I stretched that out into fucking such outrageous bullshit.
Me and Mike didn't. I will give you honesty here. Me and Mike didn't do anything sexual until after I was legal.
Okay.
That is.
Well, here's the catch-22 about that. Do you know what legal was in Pennsylvania?
It is 18.
It's 16.
It is?
In Pennsylvania, I looked up age of consent. It's 16.
Yeah, I thought it was 18. I just know that Utah is 16. We waited till I was 18.
Yeah, I looked at that and I sat there and my joke to, I think the fucking, what's his face, the guy who gave it to me, and I was like, almost, but not quite.
I don't remember actually doing much when I was 15. I did turn 16 very, very close to when we got together.
Yeah.
We got together August, and my birthday was in November. So it was very, very close to each other. So it's not like we started dating moment I turned 15. Like,
So wait, you guys knew each other before you were 15?
No.
Oh. I'd have been like, what? I'm like, you're not doing yourself any favors there.
We met, May? I remember, what had happened was he just sort of sat in my stream for a while. He was too awkward to ask to multi-stream. That was all he wanted, was someone to talk to. And he just sat there and wouldn't say anything. And then when I would ask him, he'd be like, well, I'm not close enough to you. But then he'd just sit there. Oh man. But that was back when I used to hang out with someone that Buttons got screwed over with, actually. Headlong.
I can't talk about her. No.
Yeah, but she got
new topic. Yeah, I'm being very look. I'm very happy that I haven't had to deal or talk with about that for 2 weeks now. It's been fantastic. I wish whoever all the best, but I can't go near that topic. That's between whoever and else.
This isn't about Buttons.
No. That's exactly what I can't talk about. Gonna keep saying that. Nope.
This is about someone that she knows, which I was only bringing that up because I assume you might have heard the name before.
Is it androgynous garbage?
No.
Oh, yeah, that's the only one.
Some guy named Headlong.
Nope, don't know him. If it's about
I swear, everyone either knows him and hates him, knows him and defends him until they hate him, or they don't know him but will meet him eventually.
There's if you're talking about the creepy stalker that she knows from DA,
I doubt that. No.
There was a guy who we got screenshots on that. Where we were actually completely.
You didn't do anything on Headlong. I do remember that
No,
story. But
I never covered Headlong. I'm sure I remember the name. It's funny because when I got into it with the guy from DA, Vita's like, I would, he started like defending the guy, and then Vita took a look. He's like, you know what? On second thought, I'm just gonna leave here. He's like, I don't want to be here. I might have come off on the wrong side of this, and I've thrown that one in his face. And I was like, well, you were just actively arguing with me at that point. Yeah. What the hell is that?
Huh?
What the?
That's probably my keyboard.
Oh, I was like, do you have like a 1980s Rolodex? What the fuck is that?
I'm not sure
Yeah.
which microphone my sound is coming out of.
It sounds like a potato, so it's probably a built-in.
Probably a webcam then. I'm sorry.
No, it's
I
not.
was trying to hook up my headphones.
You don't mind if I grab that one audio clip where you get like Revita said, you said,
Nope.
Vita hit on me when I was 17, because that's all I need. At least I'm definitely want
You're
that.
gonna kill me.
Well, then I'll want that part too.
Saying it.
I'll definitely want that part too.
Oh shit. Me and Vita haven't even like talked in a while. I swear to God, he does hate Mike. I think it's partially because he thinks Mike is a wimp, and partially because I was dating Mike.
Look,
am dating Mike.
Look, I've been friends with wimps too. It's fine. Riley Miller is a wimp, and he's a nice guy. And a wimp, which doesn't... It's a long way from being mutually exclusive, I'll tell you what.
I swear, like, I have no confirmation on this, but I do remember, like, suggesting this thing to... Don't bring this up to Vita, by the way. Like, Vita would kill me.
Oh.
But I remember suggesting this to Sheldon and being like, do you think it's like this? Because I feel like it kind of feels like it. And it was the fact that we all think that Vita has, like, just started hating Mike with some intense passion just because I was dating him while Vita was into me.
I really want to use that more than anything else.
I really, honestly feel like that's what it was about. I don't know why he hates Mike now. I don't even know how he feels about him. But, like, all I remember is we were supposed to play Starbound together, and then Mike wanted to play Starbound with me, so I played Starbound with Mike instead of Vita. And ever since then, Vita has barely even spoken to me. So salty.
He is a deliciously vindictive, petty human being. It's beautiful when it's not on you.
It's gotten to a point that I don't really talk to him very much. The most I do is I send him cool art that I see on Twitter.
Nice.
And then he just says, dude, that's gay. I'm like, yeah. A little bit. Like the extent of our conversation.
He's going to be very angry then, because a lot of this video is me taking shots at him. A lot of it. He's going to be very upset.
The person at hand.
Yes, the real venom in this video is coming at Vita. Oh, by the way, side note, I was right about Vita being a hebephile. Moving right along.
Is the video just on Mike and Vita, apparently? Is there anything else involved?
Is there anything... I mean, I do address the Dark Edge thing, where I'm like, look, I think you misunderstand, or maybe you missed this point here. So, I mean, you might take a little bit of a knock for Dark Edge. I can't imagine much there. Just, yeah, if you show up in the comments and explain, I didn't know that, yeah, you'd be completely scot-free.
Saying that I wasn't too informed, like, add just a little text saying that B-Fish says that she wasn't too informed on the situation.
Yeah, I could put that on screen.
So that's up to speculation. All she saw was maybe one or two screenshots.
Okay, yeah. Again, you could definitely ask around. I think either Jace or Sheldon, or potentially Dog Eye, should still have the screenshots from Foul, sadly. I'd rather not dig up the crotch shot, or the unedited versions, which I don't have, nor do I want.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, Sheldon said he saw them, and he's like, I'm like, please stop.
God damn.
Yeah, no. One of my last clips that I had in my video where fucking Vita's like, I've been spamming fucking Dark Edge with 30 warnings. What? 30 warnings.
Yeah, all I really knew about Dark Edge, because we both...
Do you know why they're really pissed at him, right?
What?
They did this under their nose. You have to remember this, that Dark Age is friends between two of the biggest pedo hunting fucking goddamn people or areas in the community. Everybody was his friend, and it's a massive insult that he would do. Yeah, I agree with Sheldon on this. I'm like, what the fuck did you think that you were going to get away with this? And you were doing it from fucking... with people from our room. Are you fucking... Your hubris is shocking. It's choking me. It's so fucking bullshit. You want to punch him.
It's funny. I actually don't remember. Like, I remember defending it, but I don't remember what I said. I can clearly remember, not clearly, but I do remember what was said about Dark Edge. But I don't remember what I said about you at all.
Yeah.
All I remember on that subject was I said something about Vita, or I said you, and he was immediately like, yeah, stay away from those people. And I'm like, that was immediate. I mean, and, like, he immediately was like, yeah, stay away from that part of the fandom, and I'm just sitting there like, too late. a little fucking late there.
Was he in Top of the Barrel, by the way?
No.
Oh, okay.
I only met him because I was hanging out with my friend Waffles, and that was it.
Oh, you know, with the do you know who Melibolgia Algarius is?
Maybe.
Yeah, he's from fucking Venus.
Go by now.
No, but he had this beautiful tweet where fucking he grabbed off like fucking ZD arguing with Horse News, and he's like, funny thing is about ZD, he went into Horse News' Discord server to presumably have an argument with them, and instead both had a buddy with them. I'm seeming to notice a pattern here, and I'm like, you know, Mal, you don't say a lot of intelligent things, but right there, I can get along with ZD, but you know, I'm a little tentative. I'm a little nervous.
I don't know too much about ZD. I don't know too much about him. Like I said, I have practically dropped off the face of the earth in Top of the Barrel by accident.
I don't even know if ZD is active in there.
So and be like, "Hello, I exist," and then I'd leave.
Yeah, no. ZD's main thing is defending KP, and I had to explain to ZD, is like, believe it or not, KP isn't my dish of choice. Generally, I hit her every once in a grand while. The reason why I've been hitting KP while I'm hitting you is because nobody knows who you are. When I say KP staff, people be like, "Oh, okay." If I would have said ZD, nobody would have been like, "Who the fuck is this jobber?"
Person that I knew anything about ZD from was Jaymore talking to me about it, because Jaymore practically hung out with us the entire time at High Roller.
Oh, that was another thing, and again, and keep this under your hat. Again, I don't want to mention this about you know who, but you know, the ex did kind of throw fucking ZD under the bus, and she started accusing him of like sexual harassment. Peter told me. And then I went, I was like, oh, by the way, since we're getting along, Peter warned me about this. And he's like, did she? I'm like, well, ask Peter. He's like, I'll do that. And then, yeah, he's like, oh, thanks for that. And I was like, well, there you go. You shouldn't have. And then he tried, like, well, I still don't agree with it. I was like, look, guy, if you want to start shaming kinks, I've heard plenty of people complaining about your shit. Just shut the fuck up. We'll be cool.
I swear to God, I don't know what's wrong with the guy who sent you all this stuff, and it's not the fact that he sent you the stuff, it's the fact that literally I have never met someone trying to get so much while being so self-deprecating.
There was a moment in the call. No, there was a really self-aware moment where it sounds you sound drunk at the end of that call, where basically you're like, I feel like we had this question before. He's like, yeah, we did, and I'm sitting there thinking in my head, yeah, but he probably wasn't recording then.
Which question?
I forgot what it was, but it was towards the tail end where fucking you were like, you asked this before, but obviously it wasn't recorded, so he started like running you through it. There were a lot of you could sit there and say a lot of the things here feel like hindsight 2020, where you're like, I can't believe she didn't figure out between him saying there's a recording, between him coming back.
I don't remember him recording. I don't remember him saying it.
He totally says that he's recording, and at no time does anyone say stop.
I should probably ask Waffles about this.
No, nobody says stop.
Because Waffles was the whole reason I was there.
Yeah.
And he is a sweetheart. I don't know why he would hang out with these people.
Sweethearts get along with people. You know who's a complete sweetheart and can hang out with everybody? Finn.
Sorry.
Finn is like the most lovable person in the world, and he could deal with everybody.
Who?
Finn the pony.
Ah.
No, if you want to tell me you don't like him, like that's the whole thing. But I've talked to Finn. He's just fucking.
I don't know him. The most that I know is he has an OC based on Finn the human, and I'm like, why? And that's
no. Ryan used to fucking ride that shit all the time. When I got into it, when I got into it with Sapphire Heartsong and Mad Munchkin and fucking like 5 people started hating me all at once, and I was at a low fucking point, and I was thrown out of the rift and all that shit. Finn came up to me, and he was dating Sapphire. And he's like, what's going on, man? And we sat down, and because of him, I got 3 out of my 5 friends that I lost back. He's a sweetheart. And here's the whole thing. After I was fucking having a go at his girlfriend, he sat down and we had a talk. never would have talked to my ass. And I'm like, this guy's, a true cool person. Finn, the biggest complaint we had about Finn, and Vita knows this one too, he was starting to try and give Toon another chance. I was like, look, Finn, I know you mean well, but you have to stop.
I think everyone, very briefly tried to give Toon another chance.
I didn't.
I remember immediately removing him and talking to Mike about it, and Mike was like, yeah, that's not surprising. It's like, oh shit.
You don't understand. People stopped talking to me for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, I'm done. Nobody likes me anymore. Oh, they just were shutting up about everything. That's what's been driving me nuts, because I'm getting like parallels between like the Toon Critic thing and now, that I'm like, it feels like the Toon thing again.
Yeah, but you're not being like, people haven't found your mother's phone number and tried to call your mom while also calling the cops in your area.
Why is that happening to you?
No. What? I thought you were talking about you. I meant Toon.
Oh, that. Supposedly my shit's swimming around, but here's the whole thing. Yeah, here's the other thing. Here's the whole thing. When I look at my iPhone and I don't know the number, I don't pick it up. It's a very simple fix. I'm like, I don't know.
Sometimes I have to do that because sometimes it's just dentistry or something.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's just someone like, your car insurance, and I'm sitting there, but I don't have a car.
But you could kind of tell like area codes and shit like that. So,
Yeah,
if it says like Florida or some shit, I'm like, I don't know anybody from there. I'm picking that shit up.
Yeah, I do remember that one prank call to your cell phone. That was in one of Vita's videos. Do you remember that?
Okay, so I'm going to explain that.
No, you don't have to explain.
No. It's a real easy one. I looked up shipping on fucking Yahoo, and I didn't have the safety filter on, and there's some fucking goddamn, some nude pics, and I hear a cop, and I'm like, is this illegal? I'm like, well, I guess it is. And I start walking towards the front door, and that's where I hear the joke, and everybody in limbo, there was at least a full call laughing at me, and I'm like, you got me. And yeah,
I won't lie that I am aware of the person who sent the prank call. I won't tell you who it is.
No, I do know. It was
he's not connected to a single person in the Brony fandom.
No, the person who sent the phone call that everybody told me it was Spirited Rainbow's boyfriend.
It is not.
Oh, well, I gave him credit because
someone who went to high school with me.
Look, it was a good joke. I mean, from what I heard, that it was fucking goddamn. I can't think of his goddamn name. Creative Faggot was the YouTube channel, and I said, I literally went up to him. I'm like, kid, I didn't know you had the balls to fuck with me after I looked down on you. Good on you.
No, it is actually someone from. It's actually someone from my high school.
Okay, I'm not worried about it. Fuck man.
Like, I just thought it would have been funny to admit it. I remember he used to prank call me all the time. And Vita, I think it was Vita. I don't actually remember. It was a couple years ago, wasn't it? It was either that or a year ago. Someone suggested that I give him your phone number and gave me the phone number. and I tossed it at him.
So who gave you?
I don't remember. I honest to God don't remember, but I remember tossing it to him and saying, I'm not going to tell you who this is, but please prank call them. I didn't even tell him who you were.
Here's the problem with that. If you did that, how do you know that they recorded it?
What do you mean?
Well, the call wound up on YouTube, right?
Yeah, we asked him to record it.
Okay.
And he's also the one who prank called you right afterwards. I can't remember what he said, but he legitimately was actually talking to you with memes.
I don't remember that one.
I do. I remember like getting the recording for it, and you just on the phone, you're just like, dude, someone just prank called me like 5 minutes ago. This isn't working. And you like hung up. I was
Okay.
like, yeah, that's a terrible idea. We didn't ask him to do the second one.
Okay.
But yeah, we didn't tell him what to do or anything. Someone handed me the phone number and I handed it to him and was like, have fun.
Okay.
It was like a year ago. But yeah, that's still a pretty funny story.
Yeah. So I think we got to the thing here, and then I'm getting a lot of feedback. Can I go?
Oh man, you're gonna ruin my life.
How am I going to ruin your life? There's nothing that's going to happen to you.
I mean, if Mike gets screwed over, he will probably have to leave. Which
How many times has he done that?
what?
How many times has he left you?
Legitimately, once.
See, that's weird because at the beginning of the call you said 0.
I did?
Mm-hmm.
No, I said we weren't on again, off again. That's what I said.
But isn't leaving the same thing as, like, you know...
No. He legitimately, like, actually left for a full month. At one point. So... Yeah, and then he came back, I think, on my birthday that year or something. And we got back together.
Did he get spooked because... You know what? That's bothering me. I'm getting feedback here, so I think we talked long enough. I'm gonna try and handle this with kid gloves, or I guess that's the wrong term here, but yeah.
But you do promise that it's not that bad, right? That was what I came
I mean, he's probably... You know the feedback's killing me, so I'm gonna go.